Hello, everybody. My name is HeroicNerd, and today we are going to be reading a comic book together. This is The Secret Origin of the Golden Age Flash. Now, this is Secret Origins Volume 3. There were two volumes before this. This is the third one. Now, the volumes that came before this, they were sort of just like reprints of the origin issues of various characters. They would reprint them and then sell them in these volumes. They're sort of like trade paperbacks. Not huge. I think it was like 70 or 80 pages. But then came along volume 3, right? Because those were made at the beginning of the Silver Age when these characters were sort of introduced for a new age, for a new generation of readers. But this is Secret Origins Volume 3, which was a monthly comic series. I believe it ran 50 issues, and it covered a lot of the secret origins of the various characters, heroes. You had Batman, Superman was issue number 1, and all those kinds of things. You had Wonder Woman. Everybody was featured at one point or another. They covered like almost every hero in the 50 issues. But we have the secret origins. Here we have the secret origin of the Golden Age Flash, that is Jay Garrick. Now, the thing that separates these secret origins from the previous volumes is that these are not reprints. As you can see, this is completely original art. That's because these secret origin issues were completely redrawn. You know, it's a recreation of those stories. And I just thought it would be kind of interesting to go back and take a look and maybe do a read along. So let's check this out. Faster than the streak of lightning in the sky, swifter than the speed of light itself, fleeter than the rapidity of thought, is the Flash, reincarnation of the winged Mercury. His speed is the dismay of scientists and the joy of the oppressed, and an open-mouthed wonder to the multitudes. Gardner F. Fox from Flash Comics number 1, January 1940. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. Some pleasant words from Gardner Fox there. But it's not actually true. He is not the reincarnation of Mercury. I guess, in theory, ideally, as you can see here, he does look quite a bit like Mercury, especially with that helmet. But no, he's not actually a reincarnation of Mercury, not in literal terms. As you're about to see, his origin is entirely scientific in nature. Today, as the torch is being passed from the late Barry Allen to the young Wally West, third in an illustrious line, perhaps it is time to look once again at the coming of the first of a lightning-paced legion, the heroic progenitor of a fabled heritage, courtesy of these fine people here. Let's take a look. Roy Thomas, who wrote this. He sounds pretty famous. I'm pretty sure he's done quite a bit in comic books. George Tuska, penciler, Jerry Acerno, inker, and then David Cody Weiss, Carl Gafford, and Bob Greenberger as the letterer, colorist, and coordinating editor, respectively. Always respect your comic creators. They work very hard to bring this stuff to us, and truth be told, not a lot of them are paid very well. So anyway, this is transcribed from Wire. Recordings of April 1942 made for Jonathan Law, alias the Tarantula, whoever that is, Jonathan Law. I'm not sure I've looked up that character. For possible post-war usage. Whatever that means. Anyway, so you want to know how Jay Garrick, who wasn't even much of a football player in college, got himself turned into that Quicksilver crime buster, the Flash? Well, yes, I would like to know that. Well, why not? After all, if and when this damn war ever ends, there will probably be less and less for us mystery men types to do anyway. Alright, sounds good. Who is talking here? Who is it Jay Garrick talking about himself? I don't know. So maybe this is one way of starting my memoirs early, right? Sure. Well, let's skip over the childhood diseases and all and go directly to my days as an obscure science student at Midwestern University. Somewhere in Central City. Let's just say that. Let's say it's in Central City. Could be the whole Flash thing would never have even happened if it hadn't been for my not unreasonable attraction to Joan. Ooh, he likes Joan. He likes Joan. Joan Williams. Who? Oh, hi, Jay. Shouldn't seem that interested in him. Right, I was wondering about our date for the victory dance. I don't think so, Jay. I know you asked me first, but Bull Tyron, the captain of the team, asked me too. You mean you're breaking our date because I'm just a football scrub? Oh, poor Jay. And she says no. She says no, but because a man of your build and brain could be a star. A scrub's just an old washerwoman. Sorry, but you had to ask. Yeah. He did ask. I mean, he did ask. Anyway, she denies him, and that's fine. They have the whole Lois Lane dynamic. She thinks he can be better. She hates him because he's a scrub. Whatever. An old washerwoman, am I? Well, I'll just show you, Joan Williams. I'll show you good. Whatever anybody tells you, though, just wanting something badly isn't always enough, we see. Especially when you're not exactly the fastest thing on two legs. Oh my god. Come on, Leadfoot. Plant your feet firmly. Haven't I told you a million times? Look at him getting his ass kicked in football. What a loser. What an old washerwoman he is. Coach Russell, of course, was a tower of strength and sympathy. You will never make a decent football player, Garrick. If we weren't caught short-handed this year, a Leadfoot like you wouldn't be good for anything but a water boy. That's not bad. I don't mind being a water boy. Thanks for your faith in me, coach. Leadfoot. Somehow the name stuck. Maybe because the coach yelled it at me at least 10 times each practice session. Yeah. Do you guys not catch the irony? He's slow, but eventually he's going to be fast. That's called planting. And eventually it's going to pay off when he's zipping around. Hopefully there's another scene after this where he uses his powers to win the football game. Just like the Superman football episode I did. If you haven't seen that one, you should check it out. It's hilarious. Superman playing football, just running through people. It's completely unfair. You just check it out. Fortunately, this football dub was a wee bit more at home in Midwestern science labs. Yeah, he's good. Jay Garrick is one hell of a scientist, let me tell you. Well, Jay, you spent 3 years studying the gases emanating from this certain kind of hard water. If we can just confirm our results with this final experiment in time to get published, I'll stay here tonight and separate the elements, Professor Hughes. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, since this is his origin. This is how he becomes the Flash. When I said tonight, I'd really meant all night. 3 a.m. already. This publish or perish stuff is really putting a strain on the professor and on me. I need a smoke in training or not. Oof, smoking, that's a bad habit. Oh, and look, it didn't pay off for you. Maybe you shouldn't have lit up, because now look at you. I know I should give up these things, but oh no, you smashed the hard water. Hard water. He smashed the hard water, and then look what happens. Oh, as per usual, I was too slow. Oh my god, Jay Garrick is too slow. Either to stop the tumbling retorts or to reach the door. He was too slow, and now he's breathing it in. Oh, it's inside of him. Before the hard water fumes reached me, so they've already gotten inside of him. For hours I lay there inhaling vapors of hard water, combined with substances from various other beakers I'd knocked over in my frantic efforts. Thus, when the professor showed up all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the next morning, Jay! Of course I shouldn't have left a student in the lab all night alone. In the name of heaven, somebody help me. Help you. Help him, Jesus, look at the guy. He's dying. I learned this next part mostly from hearsay. Handle him carefully, please. His condition may be serious. Yeah, he's gonna die. It's very serious. We'll treat him gentle as a baby, mister. I think he'll come out of it eventually, Professor Hughes. If only you could tell me more about those fumes. I wish I could, Doctor, but there's no way I can be certain of all the gases he might have inhaled. Says, I know this, Professor. I'm giving up smoking once and for all. Yeah, I can't blame him. Jay, thank heaven you're awake again after all this time. Was I out all night, Professor? All night, son? You've been in a coma for 2 weeks. What? 2 weeks? That's crazy talk. He probably missed the big game. For the next week, I ate mush and didn't like it much. Then one day, just after my morning checkup, why, there's Joan Williams getting off that bus. I've been aching to talk to her, but she never came to see me. She didn't? What? That bitch. Okay, so I guess Muhammad will just have to hot-foot it to the mountain. No comment. A whirlwind right here in the hospital. Whirlwind. It was more like a hurricane. Look at him go. Pew! He's going. He's not no Leadfoot no more. Huh? Did somebody just run through here? Are you kidding? Nobody moves that fast. Oh, Johnny, quick, don't let that draft blow away these hospital reports. Oh, man, Jay Garrick. Running up a hurricane, ruining all the hospital reports. I didn't realize it then, but if I'd been in the mood, I could have gathered up that nurse's record, tied them up in a ribbon for her. You should have, buddy. That would have been the polite thing to do. And still reached Joan at the bus stop before she completed a single step, which she did. Hi, Joan. It's me, Jay Garrick. Jay, where'd you come from all of a sudden? I was just going to the library to pick up a copy of Gone with the Wind. Why? What is she in studying English? I don't know. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Oh God, is he going to the library? He is. Oh, and he has the book. He has Gone with the Wind. Your reading matter, milady. You weren't even gone 2 seconds. How did you do that? Yeah. How did you do that? How did you check it out? You didn't even check it out, did you? You just fucking took it. Can you keep a secret? What is the secret? Jay, how do you even know? Do you even know? I guess that little lab accident of mine turned me into a freak of science, but I will confess, I was kind of hurt you never came to visit me. How could I? The hospital still has you on the no visitors list. They do? Sorry. Nobody tells me anything. Anyway, I just went AWOL to ask if you'd go to the post-game dance with me this weekend. I will, Jay. Now that you have superpowers, suddenly I care. Only if you'll play the game. With a human meteor like you, there's no... Oh my God. With a human meteor like you in there, now we can't lose. I knew it. I knew he was going to go back to football. I hadn't thought about the game, but okay, if the doctors don't come and take me away. Hopefully they do, because you're dangerous. I guess I realized even then how immature both Joan and I were being about a mere football game. But anyway, the final quarter rolled around and I was still warming the bench. Bill Tyron, that's Joan's boyfriend. He's hurt. Maybe I will get in the game if they knock out the rest of our squad. Somehow, though, I just couldn't bring myself to share my little secret with Coach Russell. Smart man. He wouldn't understand. Leadfoot, get in there! You're slow as molasses, but we're still 2 points down and we've got nobody else left. It's a bad move, Coach. Bad move. Leadfoot Garrick? The coach has got to be kidding me. Well... what's the diff? He probably figures the game's lost already. And there's Joan. Oh, wow, Joan, did you get a look at who's going in? Jay Garrick isn't the one they call Leadfoot, yeah. Up until today, they did. Keep on looking. Oh, fuck, she knows. She knows something's going down. I'd sure like to impress Joan and everybody else for that matter, but somehow something tells me I should hold back. Yeah, you should. I've been working out secretly all week to control the speed thing, so maybe you're gonna hurt somebody, but let's see. Well, I guess we might as well start heading for the parking lot, huh, Joan? Not just yet, Carol. Give Jay a chance, huh? Oh, sure, maybe a cyclone will pick him up and carry him 90 yards. If only you knew. Because that's about the only thing that'll pull this game out of the fire. Midwestern's here at 12 and visitors at 14. That's not bad. How much time do they have? Like 0 time left. Yeah, they're fucked. Unless one of them has super speed. Well, Garrick, I think you can block a pass if the quarterback lobs it nice and slow. And if they toss it anywhere near me, Roberts, I'll catch it. Okay, he's promising. Well, look who thinks he's a tornado, Tom. I was trying to sound calm, but of course my pulse was racing, and believe me, I'm one guy whose pulse can really race. Anyway, State Center snapped the ball to their quarterback, Dash Dixon, who faded back to pass. Whatever that means, I'm not a football guy, I don't know. And you can guess what happened next. Huh? Where'd you come from? You were nowhere near me. Maybe you just needed glasses, big man. Yahoo! He intercepted the pass. Just watched his smoke, girls. Ooh, wow. He's smoking? I thought he quit. Now, if he can just run faster than I've heard he can. Okay, Glasses, while I'm through with you, you're gonna need crutches. Yeah, alright, get him. Get the boy. If you catch me, you can crunch me. They're not gonna catch him. But don't count on it, boys. Hey, what the heck? Oof, look at him go. I can't believe it. Leadfoot's moving like a blue streak. I've never seen anybody run that fast on a football field or anywhere else. Oh my god, this is so classic. Whap back, fwock! Touchdown! That's great. Oh, that's beautiful. See? Planting and payoff. It's really satisfying to the reader. Actually, of course, if I hadn't already learned how to hold back, Coach Russell wouldn't have sent me in at all. Oh, that's good stuff. As it was, well, I kept my speed only a little above a pro record, and that's easily enough. Good job, Jay. I'm really happy for you. So I found myself an instant football hero, but I'd already made up my mind about one thing. You were great out there, Garrick. With you on board, we'll sweep the rest of the season. Sorry, Coach, but my catching that pass was just a fluke. After today, the only pass I'm interested in is the one I can make on the dance floor. Starting tonight. Ooh, he's gonna go for Joan. He's going for Joan. Somehow, even though the rulebook said nothing about players with super speed powers being ineligible, I felt like it'd be unfair of me to keep playing. There was another reason, too. No fighting in Europe yet since Britain and France declared war on Germany, but a Nazi offensive is looked on as a real probability for this spring. If this speed of mine lasts, I've got to use it for something more worthwhile than winning football games. Oh, he's thinking of responsibilities. With great power comes great super speed. It did last. And even more amazing somehow, Joan managed to keep our little secret, as she called it all the way through graduation. See, the secret's bringing them closer together. Maybe it was her way of making up to me for foolishly equating winning a sporting event with getting a date for the big dance. I don't know. So they did go to the dance together. I do know that it tore me apart when I heard her say, Jay, this is my father, Major Williams. I'm going to Washington to help him with his bomb site research. Joan told me a great deal about you, my boy. She has? But not nearly all there is to tell, right, Jay? Good. If you're ever in Washington, son, please be certain to look us up. Come along, Joan. Yes, Dad, don't worry, Jay. I'll write you. That'll be swell, Joan. And so she's gone? Is she coming back? So I started trying not to think about Joan Williams since I was on my way to accept my assistant professorship at Coleman University in Pennsylvania. Oh, so that's not too far from Washington. He can fly out. There, one evening, I finally got a chance to read a newspaper and discovered, looks like Philadelphia's in the grip of a crime wave. Uh-oh. Guess the district attorney just wasn't fast enough to catch those crooks. Well, New York's got the Sandman and that Crimson Adventure fella, maybe. Well, New York's got the Sandman and that Crimson Adventure fella, maybe. So what, Philadelphia has the Flash? Okay. The rest, as they say, is history. As I cleaned up that little protection racket in record time, I sported an improvised version of my costume till I could decide if I really wanted the world to know Jay Garrick was the one responsible for the cleanup. Maybe we see him punching this guy here, and you can clearly see his face is just out open. So a thunderbolt motif and a metal helmet patterned after Mercury's Pretty Corny Even Sure for the 1930s. 39. But what the heck? I was only 21, right? He was 21 when he started. Wow. By moving like a human comet and by learning to vibrate my head over ever so slightly, I could keep my real identity a secret without resorting to a mask. Always hated having anything over my face. It's just a quirk, I guess. After that, I decided to hang up my outfit for a while, maybe for good, as I didn't even call myself the Flash yet. Maybe I'll cannonball it over to Washington and look up Joan one of these days. Yeah, that's an idea. First, though, I've got to get back to cracking those books. Well, he did it. Look, he did it. He took out the racket. He beat them all up. There he is, the Flash. Still, I felt good about doing something useful with these weird abilities I'd stumbled into. So good that I took up playing tennis in secret in the Coleman campus, squaring off against the only opponent who'd have had a chance against me. Who? Namely, myself. Oh, he's playing himself. Brilliant save, Garrick. That makes it 30. Oh my god. Jay, Garrick. Uh-oh, somebody's seen me playing both sides of the net. How do I get out of this? Looks like I don't have to. Joan Williams, great to see you again. What are you doing in Philly? Oh, she came back. Good, let's see what she has to say. What's wrong, Joan? Why the tears? It's Dad. Oh, God, he's been kidnapped. Oh, man, he's been kidnapped. What's going to happen? A few weeks ago, Dad received a card signed the Faultless Four demanding the secret of his bomb site. Naturally, he ignored their ultimatum, and last night he was abducted. The Faultless Four, any idea who they are? They claim to be brilliant scientists, but that's all. Okay, so the Faultless Four are from the original Flash Comics #1, the first origin of Jay Garrick. I did a video on that, on the original Golden Age version of this story, which features the Faultless Four, like it's like Dr. Air Satan or something, I don't know. Joan, look out. Up, the guy's got a gun. What happens next surprised me nearly as much as it did Joan. As I hurtled forward faster than a speeding bullet. Whoosh, look at him. Automatically, I attuned myself to the velocity of this bullet in order to be able to intercept it without being injured. So he fucking caught it, is what he's trying to say. Woo, I've been practicing that bit, but I didn't know if it'd work or not. I just usually dodge these things. You caught it. You saved my life. My pleasure, but I took too long being amazed at myself, I guess. The car's gone. Well, you're safe, but who the devil was that? Little did I know at the time, the would-be killer behind the wheel had been so sure of his aim that he hadn't even slowed down to make sure his human target was hit. Joan Williams is dead. So he thinks that he hit her. He thinks that he killed her. And here we are. Here's the Faultless Four. Here's what they look like. But when this rather faulty charter member of the Faultless Four reported back to his three cronies, he found them in the middle of a jurisdictional dispute. Par le enfer? I don't know what that says. This is your fault, Orloff. By now you should have come up with some drug to make Major Williams talk. I'm a surgeon, not a drugstore, Sieur Satan. Yeah, that's him. I knew it. Sieur Satan. I remember. I read so many of these fucking comics. I remember this shit. When he hears that I killed his precious daughter, maybe the Major will crack. I don't think so. He had best do so, Smythe. Time is running out. We can sell the plans for that bomb site to various dictator nations, each time for a small fortune, but only if we act soon. We will learn nothing sitting here discussing the matter. I shall visit Williams in the Chamber of Mirrors to find out how he feels about a death in the family. Hurry back, Duriel. Okay, so I can't believe they did it. Yep, they brought back the mirror room, which is ridiculous. Apparently, they put him inside a room full of mirrors, and his constant reflections moving around are supposed to drive him insane. That was the logic that they had during the Golden Age, but whatever. My daughter dead? I can't. I won't believe it, you scheming foreigner. It's like this room you designed to try and sap my will. It's all trickery and effect. A damned lie. I assure you, Major, the Faultless Four will soon prove to you our threats of violence are no dumb show. Yeah, the Major looks tired. Alright. The treacherous Frenchman called Sieur Satan, an intimate of Pierre Laval back home, by the way, then hatched a plan of his own. By posing as an undertaker, Duriel should have little trouble bringing the girl's corpse here. And the shock of seeing his daughter dead will make him talk, huh? Except she's not dead. You guys are idiots. She's not dead. Especially if he has other friends and relatives still alive, okay? There's the Williams' house. Perhaps someone will be there to tell me where the body has been taken. Okay. Pardon me, young man, but I've come to see Miss Williams. It's quite important. Oh, she'll be a bit upset right now. Eh? but maybe she can spare a minute. Joan, I hate to disturb you, but this gentleman says it's quite urgent that he talk to you. Yes, what is it? I'm afraid I'm really not up to... What? Excuse me, please. I'm afraid there is some mistake. I'm looking for another Joan Williams, a much older woman. Good day. Oh. Look at the look on his face. He is so shocked. It's like, you didn't kill her, dude. That's rule number 1 of assassination. You always have to look. Make sure you hit the target. Anyway. Jay, the way that man reacted when he saw me, do you think... I sure do. He knew something about the shooting. You stay here, Joan. I'll be back as soon as I can. I let him go so I could follow him. Okay, so we're going to follow him. In my running gear. Yeah, now we're getting some action. This is going to be child's play, like rubbing out that protection racket Ruds. I'll have to make certain the so-called Faultless Four don't have a chance to kill their captive before I corral them. Following Duriel's speeding car was easy, and then soon, like the man said, this must be the place. If they've hurt the major... The girl is still alive, you blunderer. Now we've no choice but to torture Williams before we enact our plan concerning the beach area. These guys are really complicated. Yes, and pray he breaks before he dies. The only things that are going to break around here are crumbs. These villains suck. You know, and they never appear ever again. The Faultless Four, they're the first guys that Garrick takes out, and you know. Okay, so it says the only thing that are going to break around here are crumbs and this window and your jaws. What is Sacre Bleu? Qu'est-ce? What is that? French? Who cares who it is? He's got to be after Williams. Then he must not leave this building alive. They don't know about the Flash. Clearly, they don't know that they're outmatched here. Huh? Where the devil did he go? Over there. No, over there. Actually, gents, I'm over here. Bok, blam, blam. Zoomed right past him. That is, I was. Now I'm over here. Oh, and he's got the bullets in his hand. Oh my god, that's terrifying. He caught all our bullets with his bare hands. Yeah, you guys are fucked. That's impossible, the bald-headed fool. Maybe if I slow down a bit after I catch one. It's true. We're finished. He shows them catching the bullet. That's so funny. He's like, I'm catching your bullets. You can stop now. Boy, I was itching to paste those clowns again, but I was afraid that if the four weren't acting alone, they might be on guard duty. Who'd have hurt us, and might at the very moment be getting set to execute Joan's father. And so, he vanished. He must have gone after Williams. Trying the walls and floors at high speed, it didn't take me long to find the hidden trapdoor. Major Williams, thank God you're still alive, sir. Who are you, another of that gang of spies? You might as well kill me. Now, I'm never going to talk. That sounds like a good plan. Just kill the guy. I'm not one of them, sir. I've come to rescue you. If even he doesn't recognize me, this subtle facial vibration thing of mine must be working. There they are. Get 'em. You're not going to get 'em, you guys. Yeah, where did they go? That guy carried the major past us like a flash. Amazing. Who are you anyway, son? Just call me the Flash. Yeah. That works. Sure. And then, he brings him home. Not wanting to chance Major William being hurt, I raced off with him so fast he could barely catch his breath. And Dad, thank heaven. I'm home to stay, Joan. Thanks to the Flash here. The Flash, but that's... What did you say, baby? Nothing, Dad. She doesn't want to give up a secret. That's good. That's nice. She's a loyal one, so that's good. Good old Joan. She remembered I didn't want anyone else knowing Jay Garrick had speed powers. Why he disappeared. I've never even really got a chance to see what he looked like. Never mind, Dad. I'm sure he has important work to do. The Faultless Four were long gone from their hideout, but I had no choice but to haunt the beach for the next few days. Can't be sure just what they've got planned for this area, but it's the only clue I've got. Wait, that plane darting this way like a silver streak. I wonder if, yeah, they're probably going to do something. Oh, it's the dude. He's in the plane. As it turned out, this was a dry run for the Four's offbeat scheme to throw people into a panic, then capture Joan while the police were preoccupied with the slaughter. It's a smart plan, right? No, it's terrible. There's probably more subtle ways to get this done. By now, of course, I'd made sure both Williamses were somewhere safe. Not that that stopped Diriel from trying. God, he's just gonna unload into people? It's a plane strafing us. Are we at war? No, that's just a supervillain. God, you gotta do something, Flash. They'd have thought twice about this attack if they had known the Flash would be on the scene. And they don't know Jay Garrick from Adam. Who's Adam? Which just convinces me I did the right thing in letting nobody know that Jay and the Flash are the same. Whichever one of them is up there, he's got me on the go. But I can keep this up all day or until he runs out of bullets, whichever comes first. For God's sakes, who's that? It's the Flash, you numbskull. That's who that is. Mon Dieu, the Flash. How did he know of our plan? I must warn the others. Look at him flying away like a chump. If there was ever a less aptly named bunch than the self-styled Faultless Four, I sure never heard of them. After our previous encounter, you'd think they'd have known the plane wasn't going to outrace me. Yeah, that's true. But he doesn't even have a choice. So they've moved their base here to Keystone City. Have they? Not a bad-looking place at that. Well, their next stop's going to be Federal Prison. Get him. Oh, it's near Philadelphia. Keystone is near Philadelphia. Who knew? I gave the pilot time to land and lead me to his cronies, and then, boom, just drops in on him. I presume he's been telling you how he lost me, gentlemen. Naturally, everything he says is 100% true. Yeah. That's that famous Flash wit. Now just stay put and you won't... Hey, where's your fourth? I'll admit it, the Faultless Four weren't the only ones prone to carelessness that day. I can imagine how Seer Satan must have grinned as from a nearby room he switched an emergency switch, which flooded the one we were in with a few zillion bolts of electricity. Isn't that just going to kill everybody? Good Lord, he's electrocuted all three of them. They're dead. Holy crap, he killed all three of them. Get him, Flash. But I could feel the voltage starting and vibrating off the metal floor in time, so I sneaked off to the hot rod already. Has he? Sure, it made sense, right? If a plane couldn't outrace me, might as well try a flyer? Whatever that says. On the other hand, I will give him credit for being reasonably resourceful given the situation. Bulletproof glass, and I wouldn't be surprised if he hadn't got the car wired to electrocute all corners at the touch of a switch. Where's the fire, Seer Satan? You just hit 110. Go to hell, Rocket Man. That's good. That's a good one. I like that one. How many times do I have to tell you? The name's the Flash. Now pull over before you wound up as dead as your cronies. No, you'll never take me alive. That was a cliche, even back then. Yeah, it is. But I'd be damned if Sure Satan didn't mean it. Yeah, dude, he's gonna get himself killed. He's reaching 120, swerving off the road towards me right as I passed him. Doesn't he know he'll never be able to control the car after? Boom! Straight off the cliff! Oh my god. Oh, it seemed no, he didn't know that. But he'd just been trying to take me with him. Oh, but he didn't. He missed. He missed the Flash and he went straight off a cliff and then shabloom! Explosion. My god. What a way to go. I'd never come so close to so much death before, so when I rejoined Joan and Major Williams as Jay Garrick, I tried to keep from showing how shaken I was. Yes, Jay, this Flash person is the most marvelous fellow either of you have any idea who he really is? No, not me, Major, sorry. And I'm sure I can't imagine who he might be, Dad. I'd like to think so. Anyways, a secret is a secret, isn't it? Ting! Look at that. No reason for me to have been so smug. Turns out Seer Satan had cheated death, and he caused some trouble a year later. Oh, wow, so he lived. I don't know how he lived. That was a huge explosion, but it was my first case, right? I'd like to think that both my enemies and I got a little more competent as my career rocketed along. Based before long in Keystone City, of course. At least I pulled myself together enough to become a charter member of the Justice Society of America a few months later, which did happen. It really did happen. I'll get to that eventually, Justice Society. Hey, no sense being too modest. They unanimously selected me their first chairman when they held their first real meeting in November 22nd, 1940. As to what the future holds, well, even a guy as fast as I am can't know much about that. Marriage, one of these days, I hope to Joan, but a fella needn't be too big a hurry about things like that. Aw. Nice. Oh, and there's Barry Allen. He's training Barry Allen. And someday, whether it's to our own child or somehow to someone else, I hope to pass on my speed powers, so that one way or another, even half a century from now, there will still be a speed demon called the Flash. Finn. Why do they always say Finn? Why don't they say finished or end? Anyway. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. The Justice Society, which are really cool. That's like the precursor to the Justice League is the Justice Society. It has all the Golden Age heroes coming together to basically police the world. But, you know, it's very interesting. And they go to war and things like that. But that's the story. The origins of Jay Garrick. What did you guys think? I was pleasantly surprised. Much like when I read it in its golden age, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought Jay Garrick was an older fella. I had no idea he was a college student. I had no idea he had, like, this, his origin has themes of, like, you know, coming of age and, you know, being the football star and getting the girl and all that stuff. And it has those coming of age stories. It's sort of like a precursor to the teenage hero, which is crazy, isn't it, when you really think about it? Jay Garrick did it long before Peter Parker did it, you know, and that blows my mind. But anyway, that's it for this one. If you liked reading this comic with me and you want to read more comics with me, why not like this video and subscribe to the channel? And if you're feeling really generous, I have a Patreon you can donate to. But until next time, nerds, stay heroic.